Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can follow us on Twitter at Fetcher News, at FYNTV. Find our Facebook page, Fetcher News. I waited for this one, and I've asked you all morning long. I didn't know really how to come this morning and present my thoughts on the State of the Union, and I said, you know what, I want people to get in. I want to hear what you think. Amanda started out, it oozed of excellence. I went over some things that Lisa said last night. Overwhelmingly, you said Americans are dreamers too, but I waited for this one, and I got one during the break that I was hoping I would see, and I want to thank you out there for sending this. As long as we have our confidence in our values, faith, and our citizens, and trust in our God, we will not fail. I'm telling you what, I'm telling you what, as long, and the Democrats sat on their hands, okay? Because here's the one I waited on all morning. I waited on this all morning because if you go back and play this, as long as we have confidence in our values, because see, the Democrats do not want us to have a set of values, okay? Faith in our citizens. This person has broke down the sentence. I know by reading this, they broke down the sentence. Our citizens. Don't get worried about the amnesty deal that's coming up. Faith in our citizens and trust in our God. We will not fail. Also, loved that he's leaving Gitmo open. Did you love that Gitmo is staying open? Oh, by the way, Obama. Somebody get me Obama on the line. Obama. You remember when you and I were sitting in the Oval Office and we were talking and we were in the chairs and they were taking pictures and everything, and I told you I would complete your dream of closing Gitmo in the Oval Office. Psych! It's not going to happen. Gitmo is staying open. So I guess if Gitmo's staying open and it's winter time, I think, Habib, you might as well go ahead and sign up for those spring volleyball, classes, because you're going to stay in Gitmo. All right, now let's get. I've asked all more. Now I want to get one more serious story out. There's no way to capture it all. I'm trying to frame up that this man loves this country. This man loves its citizens, and America First is just not a slogan he came up with. In the State of the Union, let's put up that next picture I asked for during the break. You know which one I asked for, Amanda? Okay. All right, and you're going to have to help me because I don't want to mess the name up. What is... This is Evelyn Rodriguez. This is only two. There was four there. And Evelyn Rodriguez and Freddie, how did you pronounce his last name?
Cuevas.
Cuevas?
Cuevas.
Cuevas. By the way, they happen to be black or African American, and I'm not making light of anything there. Did you see these people? Do you remember during the campaign, before he became president of the United States, I tried to tell you that America as a whole is fed up. Now, Donald Trump may not have won New York City. He may not have won the state of New York. But what is known as the red states, they're really fed up. But don't think for 1 minute, don't think for 1 minute that There's not Illinois, California. There's not New York, New Jersey. There's not large population that are fed up. Our border security. You see, that is part of the federal government's obligation to the union of the states. Now, sometimes people get on online and don't take this picture down, and they chop me up for, just not focusing in and getting my facts on history. But you realize when we created a union, all right, and you got to go and read, and part of the discussion is we have a National Guard, okay? You have your Georgia National Guard, and you got your Alabama National Guard, and you have a National Guard in every state of the union. You have a National Guard, okay, that the governor can call out, the National the Guard, I guess. But at the same time, our National Guard, when we created a union, we wanted the federal government to provide military protection for the union. I mean, if somebody attacked Georgia, I mean, the government, that's the obligation, was to defend the people. All right? Now, some of you out there are already taking me to task over that. Our border being exposed is a complete letdown of the obligation that our government has to its citizens. And these people last night are living testimony of that. President Trump addressed the parents of 2 victims of the gang MS-13 in attendance at his first State of the Union address on Tuesday night. Mr. Trump introduced the parents Elizabeth Alvarado and Robert Mickens, Evelyn Rodriguez, and Freddie, how did you say his last name? Cuevas, and told the story of Long Island teens Carla Cuevas and Nisa Mickens, who were killed in 2016. These 2 precious girls were brutally murdered while walking together in their hometown. 6 members of a savage gang, MS-13, have been charged with Carly and Nisa's murders. Many of these gang members took advantage of the glaring loopholes in our laws to enter the country as unaccompanied alien minors and wound up in Carly and Nisa's high school, Mr. Trump said. Everyone in America is grieving for you, he continued, and 320 million hearts are breaking for you. We cannot imagine the depth of your sorrow, but we can make sure that other families never have to endure this pain. Now, if left to the Democrats, that's not the case. It's not the case. That's not the case. The President of the United States is ready to take on the opiate crisis. He is ready to take on the fentanyl, or whatever that is, crisis in America. He is ready to secure the southern border. We had a little bit of everything last night. But if you noticed, everything that took place last night was America first. Every single thing that took place was America first. You can go ahead and take that down. There were like 12, I'm saying jokingly, there were like 12 Democratic responses. But the Democrats, for what they called their official response, went in the Wayback Machine. I've got a video here, right? You got that last video of Kennedy? Do you have that one? Okay. The Democrats went in the Wayback Machine and found a Kennedy. Because what they did is they said, you know, maybe this kid Joseph Kennedy, okay, maybe he's not that bad. Now, it was Ted Kennedy that killed a woman, okay, right? And Kennedy, that the president that everyone knew and loved, okay, and Robert, okay, Bill Clinton wasn't the first one that used that Oval Office in the inappropriate manner. Let's say the Kennedys and Joe Kennedy, grandpa there, so they went back to the Kennedy, and this is the official Democrat response. I thought I would play this because this is a slap right in the face to America, our dreamers too. Let's play this. Let's play a quick clip of the official Democrat response to last night. Are we ready? Okay, we haven't. Sometimes the videos freeze up. I think it's the little gremlins that don't want you to see the truth that we try to expose on this show sometimes, and the videos freeze up. So we got it ready now? Okay.
The laws that protect us, they're targeting the very idea that we are all worthy of protection. For them, dignity isn't something you're born with, but something you measure by your net worth, your celebrity, your headlines, your crowd size. Not to mention the gender of your spouse, the country of your birth, the color of your skin. And to all the dreamers out there watching tonight, let me be absolutely clear. Ustedes son parte de nuestra historia. Vamos a luchar por ustedes y no nos vamos a alejar. You are part of our story. We will fight for you. For you. For you.
Wait a minute here. I was just thinking that out. To the dreamers. To the dreamers. Now, if you know a speaker de Espanol, okay, and, you know, you live out in Kansas and your first name is Bubba, and you got two little kids, Bubba Jr. and they don't speak Espanol, then you don't have a clue in what the hell he was saying last night. To the dreamers. I have no idea. I know speak Espanol. I know it's no speaker. Okay, laws that protect us, crowd size, gender of your spouse. Oh my God. Did you hear that last night? Did you hear, remember the other day I've told you I didn't like this community this and community that. Did you hear anywhere where Verizon, the 143,000 employees that's gotten like $2,600 in value of stock options or stock that they singled out, married with 2 children, married, meaning, you know, not married, but married, you know, couple guys, couple girls, whatever. Did you see that anywhere? Did you see in the bill for the tax reform that segment that said, and this is serious, I mean very serious, okay? You know, I'm a live and let live guy, the people that know me, all right? If you know me, you know I'm a live and let live guy, just get the hell off my property kind of guy, you know? That's who I am. But let's say this. Did you see in the tax reform bill that little clause where they highlighted, you know, look for the italics, right? That said, all tax reform for, you know, for corporations, corporate tax is going to reel back down to 21% corporate tax or something like that, and then in parentheses in italics, unless you own a corporation and you are the president of the corporation and you by any chance happen to be gay. Did you see that anywhere in the tax reform bill? I just missed that part. Or red and yellow, black and white. No tax reform is in your sight. Did you see that in anywhere in the italics? I'm just wondering if any of these bonuses. Here is what the Democrats, and you some of you get upset with me, but here is exactly the picture that they would like to paint. Okay, $1,000 bonuses. Now line up to the door for all 200 employees. No. You're black. Move on over here. No bonus for you. This is my door over here. Okay, hold on. Okay. Whoa. Story around the office is, you know the stories around the office. No bonus for you. But see, it's the Democrats that don't want us unified. It's the Democrats that do not want America. It's the Democrats that do not want to protect these citizens that are currently here. It's the Democrats, not the Republicans. Oh, red and yellow, black. It's the color of your skin. You know, the color of your skin. I am so tired. If they keep saying, so they went to the well with a Kennedy last night, released the memo. Let's take a, now look, folks, I know we've taken a lot of them. I'm trying to stay focused here today instead of getting, so that's the Democrat response. They've all gone crazy. They got nothing else to do. Release the memo. So let's take a break and let's come back and do release the memo. And that'll probably be the end of the show. It'll probably be the end of me because I'm zapped. And then we'll talk about tomorrow's show. Oh, by the way, don't go anywhere yet, Amanda. I see you over there on the trigger. What am I going to do with my NFL dilemma? I mean, I asked you earlier in the week. It's Wednesday. Today's it. I got to make a decision today. I mean, the RSVP exhausts after midnight tonight. I mean, they pull it back. No, you had your chance. I'm afraid if I don't respond to the Evite today, I will get the you had your chance. But you know, I'm boycotting the NFL. I have not watched one NFL game this year, okay? Not one. Now, a friend of mine, which knows that, you know, I'll show up anywhere for a good chili, right? So, you know, I get the email. You want to stop over? You guys want to stop over, you know, chili cornbread? And I'm like, whoa, chili cornbread. You had me right there, okay? So, and we had the onion, and we had the cheese and the sour cream, you know, I just have to tell you, right? So, and then they got me baited in, come over and see the new dog. Oh, God, you know I'm not going to miss that, right? And the next thing I know, there's a football game on TV. This happened to be a Sunday. I'm thinking, I can't even look in the living room. Why do we have this on the TV? I sit there. So I don't want to lie to you guys. I have watched 12 minutes of it, okay? Now, the first one that got me was with chili. Now I get an email, we're going to have a Super Bowl party, and it's jambalaya. Now, how can I miss that? Good friends, I have a dilemma, right? How do I maintain my NFL boycott and still attend this party? Because I got like till midnight, and they're going to resend my Evite. Take us to break.